switch gears today. I'm back over here at the Dry Creek job, trying to, I guess, make a little bit of a showing over here. It's supposed to rain tonight, a really good chance of rain tomorrow, but they're getting closer on the inside of the house. They're wanting to move in this week, but they're not quite ready for that. But the builder asked if I could come over here and start, because they were kind of, the weather's been drier, and you know, now it's kind of dried out over here. So anyway, I went and got the 2150 from the house demo job, and I've spent a little bit of time kind of notching that out, trying to kind of get my grades figured out. It's a little bit of a pain. I'm not really wanting to build, I mean, I would like to build a little more of that stuff up, just because it's so much higher. I'm going to have to stack a few more rocks up there where kind of like the waterfall place starts, but I'm wanting to kind of drain half of this yard over that way. So I want it deep enough over there that like this 6 and 8 inch thick rock is not higher than what the yard is. I want everything to slope over that way and drain into that ditch and drain on down. So in order to do that, it looks like it's cut down a little lower. I got a little bit of a crown I need to dig out next to the driveway, and then it'll drain on out. So I think that's about where I'm going to have stuff, and I'll just have to shape everything else around it now. So I've just spent some time. I got the 12 over here and the 260. I just had to spend a little bit of time getting stuff set in place, and then, like I said, kind of cleaning some stuff up, digging some mud out, and then try to get all this ready to set these bigger rocks. These are my two biggest rocks right here, so I was kind of thinking to start with them. I need to flip this guy over and see. I don't want to break it or damage it or anything, but I think it's got like a, I think it gets wider at this end than it does. So yeah, I may set you guys up either on the outside of the machine or just out there where you can watch it. But you'll have to be a little patient with me. This may be a slow go getting started. I think once I kind of set a few of them, and because I'm going to have some more of them stacked right here, and it's probably going to look like a little bit of a line just to I think get started or make it work with it, as tall as that kind of that bluff and stuff right there is. So that's gonna look pretty good. I got a whole bunch of them that's about this size right here, so I tried to start kind of setting some of these out of the way earlier just to get an idea. I really almost hate to put these two big ones next to each other, but I'm kind of thinking I'm going to have to just to get it started. Also, probably not going to be the best. I'm trying to build something like this and make it look natural or whatever. Not done a whole lot of these, so it'll be fun. It's just gonna be like, I feel like it's just gonna take me longer than what it really should, just to try to place and set and try different ones. It's almost a little too small. Something like that is kind of what I'm thinking, and then it may have some more like stepping across, and then we'll dig some of that out and set some more. That's what I'm kind of thinking on that hillside, but I think I'm gonna need a little bit bigger one next to that one. Well, good morning. We're back over here at the Dry Creek site, and as you can tell, we have a window installed. So got it back in the frame over the weekend, and I guess I tinted it on, what's today, Monday afternoon, or had it tinted. And then I got it back in here yesterday during the rain, because I didn't really walk around because it is a muddy mess over here. I worked here very little yesterday. I had to move some pallets and get some stuff done. We probably got an inch and a half of rain yesterday. And it's like really cooled off. So I have a huge mess in the backyard, as you can see, but it started out yesterday morning at like 62. And then like right at 8 o'clock, it just started pouring rain. And then by like noon, it was like 45. Last night got down to like 29. It actually spit a little bit of snow. And then you can probably tell today we have like 35 to 40 mile an hour like north winds. Like I just checked my phone and it said it's 35, but it feels like 16. So it's a little brisk out there right now. But the sun's shining and the wind's actually going to help it hopefully kind of dry out. But then the night gets back down to 27, and then tomorrow I want to say it gets to like 48. So we start kind of warming back up, and then by the weekend it's like 65 again. So I really thought about going and getting the Peterbilt, moving this thing back over to the demo house lot and do that. But part of it, I don't want to get everything out in the road and make a real muddy mess, and I figure I'm already in here and I don't really have to get out and you know, walk around too much and set rocks. I'm going to try to work on, for starters, I'm going to try to kind of pick out the bigger rocks that I've got on this side of the yard, and then I'll transfer them over there, and then I'll kind of start trying to maybe carry on with some of the Dry Creek or the little rock wall. I'm still kind of back and forth if I like how it's looking, but I'm almost thinking on part of it, because it's such a grade change, I may have to just kind of dry stack and maybe build like a little rock wall instead of making it look like a rock bluff, because I don't know much about this stuff. Like I said, I'm not that artistic with it, but I feel like the problem is all of my rocks are basically like becoming like very consistent in size. Like you can tell, it seems like most of these are, you know, 18 to 24 inches or whatever, but I mean, like just these few right here, they all look to be very similar in size. So like I've used the dozen of them. There's like 2 great big ones, and then there was like 4 more that was like a little bit smaller. And I kind of started with them, and now it just seems like everything's so consistent in size. I just feel like it looks weird. Like it's just, that's my other camera. I feel like I'm just, you know, there's not much I can do, where before I wanted to kind of do like random sizes, but there's really not much else in here in the way of great big ones. So I want to use what I've got, because I think I've loaded up from when I drove back over there, that property I got all this stuff from. It's like they're all about this size. There's not too many more, you know, there may be 1 or 2 here and there, but there's not like truckloads of larger rocks. So I don't know, it's gonna be a little difficult, I guess, to kind of stack them up now or try to, you know, vary them or anything. So I think what I'm going to try to do is just go through and pick out the bigger rocks I have from these piles. Like I said, move them over there, and then maybe work on some more of that wall. And then the smaller stuff I will take and use for like the actual Dry Creek. I got my skeleton bucket over here today, and then I'll take some of this smaller stuff, use it for the Dry Creek, and then what I'm thinking about doing is almost just top coating the Dry Creek in like a 2 to 3 inch mix of creek rock. Because part of it, I think, it's just these are the native rocks. So I think that's some of it too. It just doesn't look as nice as some of like the limestone walls or some of the guys I follow that just build walls on like Instagram and stuff. But I think some of it is these rocks are pretty ugly. So I think I can still make it work with what we've got. And like I said, just kind of blend and top coat some creek rock over it. It kind of help tie it all in a little bit better, I'm hoping. So I have kind of learned that instead of just setting one or two and looking back and studying, I just need to kind of stack more, and that kind of gives the more natural look, and just kind of let my OCD go out the window if it doesn't look symmetrical, because I don't really want symmetrical. But that was my thought today after kind of looking at it yesterday, was just trying to grab a bunch of these that are the biggest ones, set them out to the side, and then take them over there and start setting some more in. So I'll get out when I get over there and probably get a little bit of footage of trying to stack it, but I may not have the camera outside much today with as much wind noise as you guys will hear in the camera, so we will just see what we can get done. So let me get some more of these set aside, and then we'll move over there and carry on with the wall.